Today I am doing a day of retail arbitrage. Check it out, folks. We just struck on the video game section again. Okay, I think that might be enough. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, we just scored big at this stop. Now that is a beautiful sight. All right, folks, so we are here at, guess where today? Walmart, doing some retail arbitrage. Just got a hot tip from a worker that a good number of the clearance games are actually back here on this cart, separate from all of the regular video games. So we're gonna go through these and see what we can find. All right, folks, so unfortunately they had some really loud music in there. I couldn't do a lot of filming, but I was able to come away with a few good items here that I wanted to show you at this stop and the last one. So at my first stop, let's see if I can get a decent, actually, let's just dump this crap out. So I think this is going to be the biggest trend today at Walmart's, at least. Both NHL 20 and FIFA 20 at most locations have been marked down to $5. This one's going for around 9 or 10 after fees, which is solid. And this one's going for like 15 or 16. So I'm definitely gonna be looking for these guys at every Walmart I go to. The crazy thing at this last one was this, Rocket Arena. I found this both on the, not that one, on the PS4 and the Xbox One, and get this, folks, these games were 3 cents each, which is absolutely wild. They only go for like 10 bucks before fees on Amazon, which is like $2.50 after fees, but I figured, wow, 3 cents. I mean, worst case, I can lot these up on eBay, sell them to like a video game store or something, and like, I can't imagine losing money at 3 cents a piece. That's kind of wild. Then we've got Snow Runner. This game was kind of on the opposite end of the spectrum. That one was super low cost and probably not a ton of profit. This one was high cost at $35, but I think maybe they discontinued this game or something. It's getting a little bit uncommon, and I should be able to get around $55 for this game after fees on Amazon, so that was a solid find. Then at this last stop, I found a couple of these little Mario packs. These were $1 each. I'm hoping they go up in value a little bit. Then we also got some more video games here. We've got Doom 3, we've got FIFA again, we've got some more NHLs. Those were all $5. And then we've got some Pokemon games as well. These are a little bit of a different strategy for me. They're a little bit more of a hold. I'm guessing probably 3 to 5 years before they really start to go up in value substantially. They are officially discontinued now, so I may see the start of that coming up here pretty soon. But the reason that I'm buying those is as my capital situation becomes a little bit more robust, I want to look more and more into the longer term investments that I can potentially do at scale. So I'm buying those almost kind of as an experiment to see. But anyway, folks, I think I hinted at it in there, but today I am doing a day of retail arbitrage. I'm bringing you guys along with me for the ride. We're going to see what kind of video game deals we can rustle up, not just at Walmart's, but at Target's and also at Myers. I'm pretty stoked for it. This is not a method of sourcing that I do a ton of. I'm not the best at it, but it's January at the time of filming, and there are all kinds of post-Christmas clearance deals. So let's get after it today and see if we can rustle up some sweet brand new titles to flip on Amazon. All right, so I'm here in Walmart number 3 and found some really solid Playmobil clearance. And I would be able to double up on both this and all of these, but unfortunately I have not been able to get ungated in Playmobil on Amazon for some reason. That's just something that you're gonna have to deal with sometimes when you do sell on Amazon. Yeah, unfortunately I'll have to pass on those for now. All right, folks, I think we may have just scored. I found these memory foam seat pads for $2 a piece, and on Amazon, check this out, they're going for 21 or so after fees. The only problem is it doesn't have a sales rank, so I'm not sure how often it sells. But the thing is, even on eBay, it's selling pretty consistently for 15 bucks shipped. And there are tons of these things here for $2 a piece. And I can't help but feeling like maybe even if I lotted them up and sold them on eBay, I could get them to move fairly quick. I mean, it's a solid brand. Original price was 15 bucks, so I don't know, I may pick up a decent number of these. Okay, I think that might be enough. Check it out, folks. We just struck on the video game section again. Time to go see what we got. Okay, so I actually ended up going back for the third bin of these bicycle seat covers. I figured what I'll do with these is actually send a few of them into Amazon, even though I don't know the sales rank, see how they do, because that margin was really excellent. $2 into potentially 21 is too good to pass up. Then with the rest of them, I think I might put them in lots of 10 and sell them on eBay to like bike shops or something. Maybe for like 80 bucks or something plus shipping. That's still an excellent margin because I'll have $20 into each lot, but they'll still be getting a very good deal because retail on these is like 15 bucks a piece. So we'll see how they do that way. Then the games that I ended up picking up again were a bunch of copies of NHL 20. These are going for I think $11 and 13 after fees. I just looked them up. And then these were 10 a piece. I'll get around 17 after fees, so a little bit lower margin on those. But again, folks, these are all brand new titles, so they will sell super quick. Similar story with Kirby's Epic Yarn. I paid 21 for that, and it should go for around 34 after fees. All right, so before I quickly head into GameStop here to see if their online 50% off sale also applies in store, I wanted to give you guys a little bit of a peek into the method to the madness behind all this retail arbitrage. The way that I have been finding these deals is I use a website called BrickSeek. I have a subscription there. There is a free version that you can use. I think mine is 10 bucks a month. And basically the feature that the 10 bucks a month unlocks is being able to view marked down items by the store that you are in. So I guess that would be my number one tip for you guys today, is look into potentially, at least maybe there's a free trial or something of BrickSeek, but this is an indispensable tool if you're looking into getting into retail arbitrage. So for example, for this store, you can see here, it'll show you whether the item is in stock, how recently it was marked down, and also what the original retail price is. And you can just kind of scroll. It's hard to do with one hand here. You can scroll through the list and see different items that you potentially may want to look for that are marked down in that specific store. Inventory counts aren't always completely accurate, but it's a super helpful tool to have on your belt when you're trying to do retail arbitrage. And that was actually how I was first alerted to those FIFA and NHL game deals. I'll give you guys some more tips as we're going along, but right now we got to get into this GameStop. All right, it is confirmed. That's the deal I was talking about. All right, so good news and bad news from GameStop. The bad news is the sale is not actually still going on in store. That ended last week, the 50% off 5 or more pre-owned games, $30 or less. But the good news is I have so many GameStop points saved up that I was able to come out with some pretty cool stuff for free. One thing that I always recommend checking out in GameStops is their accessories. Was able to pick up this 360 transfer cord, as well as this. I've actually never bought this before, a 3DS Circle Pad Pro. This was $9. It goes for around 22 after fees on Amazon. Definitely a slower seller. So I just paid normal price for those. And then these 3 games ended up being free with my coupons. One was Just Dance 2017. Another was Just Dance 2018. Those 2 titles will not surprise anybody who is familiar with my GameStop arbitrage I've done in the past, but what might surprise you is that they've actually raised the price on both of these games. One of them was supposed to be $30 and one was supposed to be $35, but he honored the sticker price for me, which is nice, so I just used a $20, or rather $25 coupon on these and knocked out the price entirely. So got these for free, and then also used 2 coupons on Cat Quest, got that for free. And this one actually after fees is like, I think a $43 game on Amazon complete. So, and that's, yeah, I think I said after fees. This is one that I don't think I've sold before. It looks kind of interesting. Maybe I'll keep it, who knows, maybe Erica would like it. But yeah, definitely a valuable one to keep an eye out for. All right, stop number 5 or so on our video game hunt is Game Exchange. Let's see what we can find in here. All right, so this Xbox One portal, $3 is definitely a good deal. All right, folks, another really good experience in that Game Exchange. Ended up coming away with a few good items. One of them is this Portal of Power for the Xbox One. Especially on the most recent consoles, portals can hold some value. This one was $3 and it'll go, I want to say it was like 23 or something after fees on Amazon, so that was a good deal. Also got Shape Up. I've talked about this one before. $5 is a great price. It'll end up going for like 30 after fees. And then finally, Skylanders Trap Team. This is a a really good game to look for you guys. It's spiked in value a lot. The price on it was $33, and I was going to buy it anyway, but she noticed that that actually was the price that was supposed to be for the starter pack, not just the game, and this was supposed to only be $10. So that was what she ended up charging me, which is excellent. I should be able to get $55 for this game, which is just amazing. So definitely keep an eye out for this title, both on Xbox One and PS4. I just sold a PS4 copy for $100 gross on Amazon, so don't sleep on that one. Now I'm actually going to head to Target because they said recently, maybe a couple weeks ago, they started clearancing out their 3DS games down to like 50% off, and I think maybe a few Switch titles too. So I'm gonna poke my head in there quickly and see if we can come out with any. One thing to note about Target is they are well known for hating resellers. So definitely, if you're buying to flip, probably want to be discreet. All right, so Target was pretty much a bust. I did end up coming away with 2 games for 11 bucks a piece. I'll be able to get, I think, like 22 after fees for each of these Skater XLs on Amazon, which is nice. But unfortunately, I looked all around for 3DS games, could not find them. Ended up asking someone. He said that they, just not too long ago, ended up just destroying their display. Hopefully they didn't destroy games as well, but there were none to be found there. If I end up coming across another Target, I might hop in really quick just to see if the same is the case there as well. But other than that, I'll probably mostly stick to Walmart's at this point. So I'm not immediately seeing any NHL or FIFA titles in here, but what does have me a little bit intrigued is this section down here. Sometimes this means that there will be a little bit of hidden clearance under here, so I may have to scan a few of these and find out. So I had him open up the case for me, started scanning games, didn't end up finding anything that I hadn't already, but did come out with a decent number of games. So as I mentioned in there, found about 14 games. I was scanning all up in all of those like stacked up games kind of beneath the case, trying to find some new titles that I haven't been picking up so far that maybe BrickSeek wasn't picking up on, but it wasn't able to find any. And each one of those games will only end up bringing like maybe $6 or $7 profit or so after everything. But when you get like 14 of them per stop, that's like, you know, 90 bucks. To me, that's not too bad for a trip to Walmart. By the way, this video probably won't end up getting posted till maybe 3 weeks or so after the actual recording. I am going to take all of those profitable titles and post them in the Discord today, as I always do, so that they, you know, if you're in there, you will have a chance to pick these up before they all end up selling out. But there is a chance that even when this video is posted, there could still be some at your local Walmarts. So check comps when it is posted and when you're buying, but, you know, could be worth looking out for. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, we just scored big at this stop. It doesn't look like much, but we got a bunch of Nintendo goodness, and I cannot wait to show you guys. Now that is a beautiful sight. But as you guys can see, throughout the whole rest of this day, we've gotten little to no Nintendo. I mean, we got these, and we got this Kirby game down here too, but these are just for long-term investment purposes, and this one, the margin wasn't all that great, but this stuff that we got in that stop is amazing. So I'm gonna go up front in the car here and show you guys some of these titles. Just look at all of these games here, people. I picked these all up in this one stop, and they're almost all titles that I have not found yet today. So this is where you're gonna wanna get your notepads and your pens out and take these titles down, because if you see them out in the wild at Walmart, there is a chance that they will be marked down similarly to what they were here. So let's just dive into this. This is a very unexpected BOLO. ATV Drift and Tricks. This was $20, and the lowest new listing on Amazon for FBA at least was like 60 bucks. So I couldn't believe that. Really great deal on there. Worst case, we're looking at like probably a $20 profit on that game. I got just one copy of this Lego Avengers. I think it was like 7 bucks, probably like a double up. Can't remember exactly on that. You guys saw this is the second copy of Kirby's Extra Epic Yarn. I don't know if I looked the price up on that specifically. I was so excited I didn't do all of my research. The guy was standing right there. This was a fantastic find. I got 4 copies of this Paper Mario Color Splash, new sealed, $15. After fees, this should go for over 40. I think it was 41. I had to pause there to remember. 4 copies of that. That's insane. Also, Fire Emblem Fates Conquest, after fees, also like a $30 game, I paid $11. By the way, when I say after fees, I kind of have to, because if I don't, people will be like, oh, Caleb, $31, but then you have to pay fees and you have to pay shipping. With FBA, shipping is almost negligible because they have negotiated rates, and I send in so much of this at once. And that's why I give the after fees, because fees on Amazon are significantly more than eBay or other platforms. So I like to keep myself honest and give those numbers. 2 copies of Jurassic World on the 3DS. This was another like maybe $9 into like 14 or something like that on each of those. This is a crazy BOLO, guys, on multiple systems. Fortnite Deep Freeze bundle. I don't think there's actually even a physical game in here. I want to say it's just, yeah, no game included. It's just the code. But folks, this on Amazon right now in new condition is selling for $80 before fees. So maybe like $65 after fees. And I paid I think 20 bucks for this game. Definitely keep an eye out for that title. Just Dance 2018. I got this on the Wii U and also on the Wii, and then also a couple copies of 19 on the Wii. Just Dance games on the Wii hold their value really well, especially in new condition. So all of those I think are going for in like the 25 to 35 range after fees, and I paid like $5 to $9 a piece on these because they're so old. Really great ones to find. This one really rocked my world. I think I paid 20 for this as well. Could have been like 11, but this is another one that in new condition will bring at least $40 after fees on Amazon. So I was stoked about that, but then probably the craziest find of this stop were these 2 games right here. 15 bucks a piece. Did not expect it at all. Yokai Watch 2 Psychic Specters. These actually have a different cover art on their listing on Amazon, but I'm almost sure it's the same game because I scanned the barcode. Paid 15 for these, and they sell for 75 before fees. So these are probably like 60 bucks a piece. And I paid 15, people. That's absolutely crazy. So we're looking right here. In total, I think I paid like 230 or something for these games. And the profit is going to be, I just off the top of my head would guesstimate very conservatively like 350, but very likely more. So if you can't tell by my energy right now, I am stoked about that. It has restored my faith in Walmart clearance, and I'm gonna keep heading to them because it's only like 5:30. I had a late lunch. I'll probably get back pretty late tonight, but we're gonna keep at it. And by the way, before I forget, before I head to my next step, I did want to give a quick shout out. I've definitely gotten some RA tips as well from a YouTube channel called The Flipping Accountant, Justin. Definitely a hidden gem, very underrated channel. So you guys should check that out if you're at all interested in this retail arbitrage business. He has been crushing it, mostly with Legos. So I actually hit him up today, asked for his tips. Unfortunately, I've kind of struck out on the Lego side. I might just not be all that good at it. A lot of the Lego sections have seemed very cleaned out, but he gave me some really good tips on the front end and even did some BrickSeek research for me. So I would definitely recommend heading over to his channel, subscribe to him, let him know I sent you, and also subscribe to me while you're at it. It's totally free. I did call up YouTube and made sure, I was like, hey, you need to make sure that my subscribers aren't paying anything to subscribe. And they were like, okay, Mr. Ashton, we'll make sure. We want you to be as happy as possible. So definitely do that if you get the chance. And now we're going to head to another Walmart. All right, so I went to a couple more Walmarts with not much success, but we're gonna head into this game exchange and see if we can have a little bit more. I think this is stop like 10 or 11 or so. Can I take a look at that 3DS there? Well, shoot, folks, I got so excited when I saw that 3DS in there. It was marked down. I was like, oh my gosh, that's amazing. But it turns out it was defective. That was why it was marked down. But I did end up coming out with Skylanders Swap Force for 12 bucks, which on eBay is going for like 32. There were no listings on Amazon, which is probably a good sign. I would guess I may be able to come out with around 50 bucks after fees, just because Amazon prices are insane. You guys know that. The good news is it's 7 o'clock. I'm kind of starting to feel it a little bit, but Potbelly Sandwich Shop, one of the best sandwiches I've ever had. I've actually never been back here, but I'm definitely heading in there now. 12 seconds later. I'm not heading in there now. They closed at 7, just my luck. All right, folks, so I am back home now, and here is everything that I ended up picking up. You can see we've got a pretty decent number of games here, definitely not bad. I ended up spending around 13 hours, including travel sourcing yesterday, so glad I was able to come away with at least a decent haul. To be honest, I can't remember what I spent on all this stuff and what it's all worth, so what I'm gonna do, because I'm committed to this content here, is I'm gonna actually list all of this, plug it into Accelerlist, and that way I'll be able to let you guys know not only what I spent and what I'm going to make, but also how much time the entire process took. So let's get into that. All right, folks, it's about an hour later. I did get all this stuff listed, and it looks like in total, we spent about $592, and our net profit will be right in the $1,000 range, which is fantastic for me. After I get all this stuff packed up and out to the post office, I'd say I have around 15 hours into this haul. I would factor in about a 10% or so decrease from those net profit numbers just to factor in for repricing, but still almost $1,000, and we didn't even count the Pokemon games or the bike seats or the 3-cent games that we picked up as well, because I'm doing different things with those. But yeah, to be in the $1,000 range of profit for around 15 or 16 hours of work, to me, is a fantastic rate of return on my time. I would say that I think I was probably a little bit late to the retail arbitrage post-Christmas party, given that Meijer and Target basically both in the last couple weeks kind of shut down their deals that they had going on, but still can't complain at all about that result. Anyways, folks, I'm gonna get all these profitable games also loaded onto the Discord, so if you're part of that, you'll be able to hop on these as well. Thank you all so much for watching, and until next time, I will catch you guys on the flip.